There we go. That's what we like to see. We've got our sloth, and we've got online beaming to the world. Just wait a few more minutes. Uh-oh, Claire is coming to harass me on here. Just going to optimize the position here. Let's see what we can wrestle. Okay, we're live there, we're online here. Let's see. Going to address the chat here. And it's now 4:20. So at 4:25, we're going to repaint this truck, optimize it for some exciting off-roading, and take it on a mission. So while nobody's watching, which is now, see what missions we got. Let's see here. I actually haven't even played this since last time. All right. Where was the metal bridge? Yes. Oh, I think the Stonefall needs metal planks. Ugh. All right. Clemmy415 is watching. Hi, I think that's Claire. Hi, Claire. You get a special shout out. All right. Then I guess we better start entertaining if we're going to have real live customers on our stream. And that means Sydney's going to go away because she's already bored, I can tell. Today we're going to take a quick sesh, take the Royal BM17 out for a spin, and we're going to do a quick and easy local expedition, I think. I think that's the best play here in Alaska, which looks like it's going to be fun. Ideally, we get this metal bridge situation sorted out. And while we do that, we're going to talk trucks, because that's why we're here. So what does the metal bridge need? It's not a task. Is it a contract? No, not from them. From these guys? Nope. Is it from Morrison Mining? No, that's very odd. Usually it's a little more self-explanatory than this. That's okay. Shucks. Let's get a little test on our camera angles, which is really what we're here to do. Hi. All right. We're going to do that there. We got our Sloth Copilot. And I think before we do anything, we need to set this truck up for action. So let's do that. We're going to turn the handbrake off and roll on out. The Royal truck here is not actually a real car, I don't think. It's like a knockoff. It's like in Grand Theft Auto, the game, not the crime. This is the kind of thing that the game just made because they don't want to pay for everybody. But as you can see, it's gigantic. It is all-wheel drive, so we have 2 rear axles in the back, front axle. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice off-road hauler, and nothing on the back. So we can tow trailers, but we can't tow really big trailers yet. We're gonna go into the garage, paint it some kind of cool color, and see if we can put some good tires on it. And then we're gonna send it off on its first big adventure. Move to garage. Okay. As you can see, coming into the garage, we got fully restored. I'm not gonna spend too much time introducing the game because most folks watching at this point are familiar with said game. We're playing SnowRunner here. We can upgrade the engine, but all I care about is painting it. I think this thing needs a military kind of look. What do you think about that? It's kind of an ugly green. No, not yellow. It's getting closer. Nope. This thing definitely needs, that's kind of 70s, kind of retro. Purple's always fun. Could give it the Forest Service teal. That's not bad. Yeah, I wanted to give it a military look, but this is just ugly. We'll go with the green. All right. Exhaust. We're not going to worry about any of this stuff because we don't have a lot of money. Can we raise it? Ooh. Lift kit later. Not currently available. Can we put off-road tires on it? No. We need to rank 6. Okay, we're not at rank 6 yet. So we're not going to worry about that. Let's see here. I think we're just going to take our nice green green machine out on the town. Man, I was trying to just run it on mute so I wouldn't have to wear headphones for the video, but it's really way less exciting without the sound, without the truck engine rumble. It's hard to get us fired up. It's also sweltering in here. Oh no, God, and you know what? I can't even drive in Yap today. Let's park the old truck while we figure out what our mission is. And then we can chat. Don't crash. You know what, Claire? It's harder than it looks. Let's see. Here we go. We gotta get a task to get on. Otherwise, we're just roaming around wasting fuel, and that's no fun for anyone. Service hub, containers in the river. Oh my. No, we don't want that. You know what we could do, which to get rid of this. The big truck. We could look for this watchtower. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be more fun. All right. We're gonna put the big truck away and we're gonna take the little Scout out for another scouting adventure. And we'll take the big truck out later. First I'm gonna, because I'm a stickler for elegance, we're gonna put it to sleep in this garage right here. Backing it up ever so slowly. Oh no. Well, you know what? That doesn't look great. Here we go. This game, as you are gathering for the first time, if you're watching it, or if you've played it before, is basically like having a sandbox, except you don't have to get dirty. You can just, oh shoot, bent our exhaust there, but yeah, oh, now it's stuck. Okay, we're gonna leave it right here. How do you like that? Lovely. What we need now is our Scout 800. Oh, right, we left it out in the woods. So here's today's mission. We're gonna take this Scout. First task, we're gonna try to get this upgrade, whatever that is. That's going to make one of our vehicles better. Second task, we're going to teleport it back to the garage, and we're gonna hit this watchtower. And I think we can get that done before 5 p.m. It's the hustle. So, I'm gonna hit A, I'm gonna warp to my Scout, and as you can see, I sprayed this in a cool orange, and now it's covered in a lot of mud because it is dirty. Whew, all right. It's a little more setup here. Gonna move my camera and see how that's working. Alrighty. All right, we got the camera all ready. We got the mic running. We got Shlomo the Sloth running Copilot. We are off. 4-wheel drive. And let's roll. Oh, we are bogged already. This is not a good start. As we discussed last time, off-roading in the snow, really quite challenging because not only are you pushing against the mud and the gunk and whatever is underneath the snow, you've got to push through snow, which can get quite heavy. It's very easy to overheat a vehicle. Like if this were real life, I got my foot all the way to the floor, we're mashing the throttle, and we're just moving at like 2 miles an hour. So if that were real, there's just hardly any airflow coming over the radiator. And that is bad in a situation like this. Even a brand new vehicle with a robust cooling system that can suck a lot of air through that radiator, even when the car's sitting still, is going to have a hard time keeping cool. And boy, overheating out in the middle of nowhere like this would be a sad state of affairs. Look at how mucky we're getting. Let's see here. Shoot, I think we might be stuck, folks. Oh wait, I forgot, we have a winch. We can winch to safety. All right, let's see what we got. I think we can throw a winch. Well, that's a terrible place to throw a winch because as you can see, it's perpendicular to the car. But, oh, so as you can see, we're kind of rolling a little here. Thankfully, this is a video game and not real life, so the winch is pretty forgiving. But what's not forgiving is the rollover factor. Once you roll in this game, you're buggered. There's no escape. You have to respawn back at the garage. Power, power, power. We're gonna oh, we're back. We're back on solid ground. We're gonna take that momentum and run with it. Come on, go, go, go. I believe the upgrade that we're looking for, our first quest, is right on the other side of that river. That's kind of unfortunate because as anyone who watched last week will recall, that little section that we're sitting in front of right now, that took like 15 minutes to power through. It was, it gets thick real quick. So we're gonna go back to the map here and plan our attack. Now we know this crossing is gonna be deep and this is full of trees. Shoot. So we can either try to squeeze between the trees and hopefully have some better traction, or we can try to get through the deep, it's deep water all the way. Gosh dang it. Ugh, this is not great. All right, you know what we're gonna do? So because we're in the Scout, which is such a small vehicle on relatively small tires, we're going to try and squeeze through the trees and just ride this little side area. Now remember, we can teleport back to the garage, so we don't need to worry about escaping. All we need to do is get through here and get to this package. We don't know what the package is, but since it says upgrade, we know it's going to help our vehicle in some way, and or one of our vehicles, and that doesn't matter which. As long as we get an upgrade, I'll be excited. So we're going to bail on trying to get through the muck here, and kind of push through the forest. See if you, so, let's see, reverse. All right, we still got enough traction up top here to push on through. Oh God, I spoke too soon. We have no traction, but we have a winching point. And see how this tree is kind of pulling down, so I'm just gonna tug on it gently. Because when you pull the bendy trees hard, they tend to snap. And in real life, if you're winching on a tree that's bending like that, just stop. Because it will snap immediately and will not be good. All right, I already see our escape lane. Right there. Between those trees, we're gonna disconnect the winch and we're gonna charge on through. And nothing. I got no oh, I got a little bit of traction. We're gonna take that and run with it, folks. I'm going down to low range gearing. Now, For those of you who are not familiar with off-road, if I go to a low-range gear, that's just like changing the size of, imagine changing the size of the wheel, right? In physics, you get more leverage. Oh, we're going for it. All right. Oh God, no. Well, okay, it worked out. You may have heard the phrase, look before you leap. We ignored that completely and almost nosedived. It's fine, we're all fine. We're just gonna keep on rolling. Wait, why is my camera so far away? Nope. No, interior view, there we go. We're going to ride the side of this little stream here. I think we can go to the high range gear now, which gives us less power, more speed. I can see the upgrade box. We're getting close. Ooh, it's an old abandoned car. That's exciting. No, I'm stuck. We're gonna winch our way through here. There's a lot of trees that are large and robust, so I'm not sweating the winch options too much, but we are worried about tipping over. That is a big concern. Look, we're very close. All right, pull. Yeah, well, I think the winch is gonna save us from rolling. Rolling is pretty much the end game here, because once you're turtled, once you're on your top, you're cooked. I think we can winch just far enough without rolling over to get, Garrett, get upgrade. Success! What did we win? Engageable 4-wheel drive. That is fantastic. So what we're gonna do is show truck list, and that's gonna tell us which vehicles we can get that on. The Caterpillar CT680. That's not a truck we have unlocked, so this does not help us even a little bit, and that is a bummer. Let's see if we have any comments yet. You made it 20 feet, thanks Claire, I know. It was exciting. This is what off-roading is about. It's about making those 20 feet and just how thrilling it can be. People are like, so why do it? And you know what, I couldn't tell you. It's a freakish compulsion. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're stuck out here in the woods. We're on the back of Beyond. It's a real pain to get anywhere from where we are. So we're gonna take the cheater's way out and respawn back at the garage where we left that big truck. Because our goal now is to get to this. Ready? Oops. Come on, there we go. So I'm gonna go down to recover, boom. And now we come back, perfect condition, full tank of gas, and all our little tanks at the top are full. So we're gonna quickly run into the customize section, see if there are any more upgrades we unlocked while I wasn't paying attention. No, engine is good. The gearbox is the SnowRunner version because we wanna have like more power, less top speed. We don't care about top speed with a truck. Suspension is still stuck. 35-inch tires are good. We got a winch, we got a spare wheel. Ooh, a snorkel. Oh, not unlocked, so we can't have a snorkel yet. Let's roll out. Okay, back at the garage. Handbrake off, starter up. We'll take a second to appreciate how cool looking this truck is. Because come on. This is a Scout 800, so it would be late 1960s, mid to late 1960s. In real life, this would have been powered by a 198 cubic inch 4-cylinder, slant 4, or a V8. I think they had a couple of V8 options. Fun fact about International Harvester's 4-cylinder and 8-cylinder engines, the way they made a 4-cylinder was they basically just had half of a V8. That's why they were slanted. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll talk about it on our way over to our first waypoint. So let's see. Map mode, as I've said, the objective is this here watchtower. Basically what's happening is, in the SnowRunner game, you want to hit all these watchtowers really before you do anything else of substance, because this removes this fog of war, this blackness that keeps us from seeing where we want to go. And being able to see stuff is critical for route planning, which is like a big portion of this game. So what we're going to do here, we can see we've got paved road, but it leads to, we don't know. So we're just going to get on this road and see what happens, see where it takes us. So it's going to be a right, and I'll even plot it out so we know what's happening. So let's put a waypoint here, and then, who knows? That's where the adventure begins. Power on. All right, so I was talking about 4 cylinders and 8 cylinders. International Harvester was not a good vehicular company. It really only existed as far as making SUVs from 1960 to 1980, essentially. They made tractors a lot longer, but just for those 2 decades, they tried to make trucks. They made some really cool trucks, but they kind of sucked, objectively. So what they had V8 engines, big 8 cylinders arranged in a V, hence V8. Oh, we're gonna need that 4x4 to punch through this big snow patch. They had the V8s, but they had these little trucks, and they wanted them to be a little more fuel efficient. So what they did was they just lopped it off. So you had a half a V8, in these early Scouts. There were 2 displacements: the 190 something, which was in the later Scout 800, later 60s Scouts, and then there was a 152 or 154 cubic inch engine. And I think we're getting to our first obstacle. What in the hell is this? Oh God. Looks like some jerk didn't finish the pipeline. Now if this were another type of video game, you could probably have your little guy get out and climb that ladder, but it ain't. So we're gonna have to revisit the map. Okay, I can see this is a pipeline. We're gonna have to deal with that later, but it looks like we've got a side road we can work with, eh? So let's go boom, boom. Ooh, but we don't know where this leads. All right, well, we're just gonna hope that there's a break in the pipeline, because otherwise, we're gonna have to improvise. Yeah, there's no way to get through that. Handbrake off, back it on up. Oh, I see, it's a muddy route. All right, folks, hang on, we're going mudding. Chugga, chugga, chugga. As you can see, we're carrying a few extra fuel tanks up top. Oh God, we're already facing heavy resistance. Extra fuel up top. For those of you watching, the bottom left is going to show our fuel, and one of the cool things about this game is the fuel consumption changes by at a somewhat realistic rate, with driving harder burns more fuel, driving more gently, and only using 2-wheel drive burns less. We are hard on the throttle in deep, gross slop right now. So we're gonna need all the gasoline we can get. Oh God, no. And I'm gonna try not to get down into this ditch, because that ditch, my friends, spells the end of days. It looks like it'd be hard to get out of. You can see that snow looks really thick. All right, we're just gonna keep on plodding along. God, look at that. Oh, the truck's filthy. One thing about wheeling in these kind of conditions is, in real life, that thick, cold mud can fill up your suspension. It can fill up your treads and your tires, and it can even fill up the spokes in your wheels. Now, when that happens in the front, you might find that the vehicle's wheel balance gets thrown off. You'd be amazed how little mud it really takes to screw up your wheel balance. So we're just going to be glad that that's not a factor in this game, because I don't want to have to deal with that. In real life, obviously, you get off the trail and you got to clean it all out. Otherwise, your car is going to vibrate a lot, and you're going to have a bad time. Right now, we're just plowing our way down this dirty old trail, hoping that there's some way to get around that pipeline. But the downside is we don't really want to stop in this area, because once we let off the throttle, I'm afraid we won't get started. Except right here. All right. See how the tires are kind of hot? You can see a lot of the tire. That generally indicates this is an okay place to stop. It means we haven't sunk too much. You want to stop up on a hill with a high vantage point, where you can use gravity to your advantage to get going again, and somewhere you're not going to sink too much. That's key. All right. This is not great. So why I'm disappointed here is we've got water, which is going to be very deep for us, impassable. We've got this road, which leads, oh, it's far. This leads to Nowheresville. And then we've got thick forest. And on the other side of the forest, we've got this GD pipeline that we can't get around. So, shoot, we don't have a lot of options to get to this watchtower. Gosh dang it. All right. Oh, whoops. No, we're not done looking at that. We still need a plan. Shoot. I think our best option is... Ugh. There are no best options here. This is an ugly scenario, my friends. One option is to try to work our way through this forest, but it's going to be slow, and end up right in this area. Between the water and the pipeline, because it looks like the pipeline stops here, and hopefully get around there. But this is going to be really thick and hard to get through, and I'm guessing the water is going to be deep and unforgiving. Alternatively, we could go through here, go to the right side of the forest, but this is going to be deep snow. Here's what I'm thinking. Delete the waypoint. I think we're going to backtrack on the muddy road a little bit, and then cut through here where it looks like not too deep of a forest, not too thick of a forest, and then ride this pipeline and kind of hit this chute and just hope against all odds that is wide enough for a 1960s International Scout to make it through. Whole mama, I hope the truck gods are with us. I think they may be. They may show us mercy. And we're going to take a quick break for me to have a sip of water and see what people are saying. It's a trap. Looks like the start of a survival. Exactly. It is like survival horror. In fact, once we zip back to our thing, the guy, you can't change the like person's avatar, but he does look like a survivalist horror film guy. He's got the vest, he's got a big old beard, and his truck is just covered in mud. Let's turn the headlights on. Yeah, now we can see a little bit better. Let's see. The battery-powered winch is a lifesaver. Yeah, Chad the Dad, that's probably true. I should get the battery-powered winch. Found your stream to real viewers by raising the stream to the top. I don't know what that is. That looks like a spam comment. Maybe. Okay, Pungent Pomegranate says it's a trap. You're not wrong. Clemmy's worried about bandits. There are no bandits in this game, thankfully. Otherwise, they would have probably gotten us. Yes, just drive straight into it. So I would, but then we'll be stuck for sure. So we're going to try this little route we just worked out. Oh boy, we're tipping. You never want to tip over in this game because, like I have said, I do not have the battery-powered winch. So when you tip and the truck dies, there's no more rescue. There's no getting out and pushing. So we're gonna plow on. Oh God. Oh, it's thick. It's so thick and muddy. Throw a winch out. We can tow. So interestingly, in this area, it actually looks like if you get off the trail a little bit, it's a little bit, it's a little more friendly. Well, and of course, as soon as I say that, it's not the case at all. Let's get some. Oh yeah, no, we're all right. Oh God, no, don't slip. This is scary. I think I made a mistake by throwing all these accessories on top of the truck because it's raised our center of gravity significantly, and as we go bounding along, it tips. It's much more inclined to tip. But it just looks so darn cool with the extra gas up there, doesn't it? And the extra headlights. I couldn't help myself. All right, we're gonna cut on through here. This is the arbitrary point I have decided is gonna be my entry because I think, shoot, should I have gone that way? We're gonna revisit the map. Yeah, okay, this is where I wanted to go. I think this is where it's gonna be gentle enough that I can make it, but not so far as to require too much backtracking. So we are full on the throttle. We're gonna throw a winch out to pull ourselves through the tree, and we're already stuck. Okay, let's try that one more time this way. Sometimes it lets you push through these trees, and sometimes it don't. This is one of those times where, come on. Oh, come on. Let's see if there's a winch on the other side. There is. I'm thinking that winch is gonna pull us on through. Yep. We are not giving up. Come on. Winch me, baby. Shucks, don't let the people down. Ugh. Crap. So as you can see, our roof line has gotten caught on a branch. And yeah, we stuck, fam. All right, that way ain't gonna work. We're gonna back it on out and try another approach. I'm gonna go just a few more trees to Looker's right and try again. This is the majesty of SnowRunner and off-roading in real life. Sometimes it just doesn't work out and you gotta try another approach. So this snow looks really deep. We're gonna be ready with the winch. But I have a good feeling about this point of penetration. Not to be too weird about it. All right, we've got a wheel totally in the air. That's a bad sign. We're making slow but steady progress. We're stomping this tree. And I can see the pipeline down there. And as soon as we get to that pipeline, we're gonna take a quick pause. I'll reevaluate the situation. Power, 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 throw a winch out. Make a little progress with the little winch. Looking for another winch spot. Nope, that's not the one we want. That's the one we want. We're gonna winch our way towards the pipeline. Get ourselves to the pipeline. That is the key. And once we get there, we can take a break. Oh, it's deep snow. It's deep snow, folks. All right, but we're on a little bit of a high ground. We're gonna rest. We're gonna shut the engine down to save just a tiny bit of fuel. So, let's see. Butt stuck, yes. More speed. If only we had more speed. So the downside is the Scout is not fast. It's just like in real life. In fact, it's very slow, so speed is not really an option. For those of you just joining us, welcome to SnowRunner. We're in a Scout 800. We're in Alaska. We're in this spot. So my objective was to get from this garage to this watchtower so we could unlock this area. Now, we tried to get through the forest. We had no success. We made it to this point, and I hypothesize we're going to be able to ride this area right next to the pipeline here, and then get into this, which I'm really hoping is a parking lot that feeds us into here. If it ain't, our truck's going to be drinking lake water, and it's going to be annoying. So, fire it up, and let's roll. Hard on the throttle. Please tell me I can winch from this random log. That is so convenient. We're gonna want to not get too far from the trees because those are gonna be our winch points. And we need to be able to winch out in the event of getting stuck. And since we're in snow, there's a high probability of that happening. Look, our tires are about halfway. We're buried up to the axles. We are using a lot of fuel and horsepower right now. And we have neither to spare. Ooh, what was that? That little icon means there's something interesting nearby. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it because it's on the other side of the pipeline. We will just have to try to remember to come back here. Power, power, power. I can already see we've got trees in our way. Son of a bitch. All right, we're gonna shoot this needle in a haystack. Thread the needle, sorry, is the expression I was looking for. Needle in a haystack. Psh. Okay, it looks like we've got that upgrade icon again ahead of us, which is good because that indicates not only are we gonna get a little bonus by making this pass here, but I think the game is going to give us a prize. The game is kind of indicating that this direction might work. Oh, we're just gonna mulch this tree. Ooh, we found another abandoned car, and we're gonna tiptoe into the water just a little. Get upgrade. What did we get? Westline V16. Not available for current truck. All right, I assume that's referring to a V16 engine that we can add to the Western Star Twin Steer. Okay, 2 big trucks we don't have, so that's not going to come into play until later in the game. We can, okay, go away. We're going to press on with our current mission, which is to get out of this water without tipping over. Please don't. Oh, we're going to winch out to safety. We are going to make it, folks. Yes. Come on. Lucky us. It's nighttime now, so the wheeling has gotten significantly sketchier. I don't really care for nighttime wheeling in real life because the stakes are high. It's very difficult to see, and it's easy to make a mistake, and you're probably fatigued by the time you are night wheeling. Because if you're out at night, you were probably already out all day. Ooh, what do we have here? New trailer? A trailer full of gasoline? Well, that's convenient. I guess they never specify if the fuel is gasoline or diesel or some sort of JP8 universal military fuel, but you couldn't get a diesel Scout here, and all the vehicles run on the same fuel, so we'll just call it gasoline for the sake of consistency. Now that we made it out of that, wow, we made it, folks. Let's take a second to congratulate ourselves, but not too long because we're in an interesting area with stuff to look at. Looks like we've got, ooh, that's not the watchtower we were looking for, but there might be more interesting trailers or vehicles to discover. So when you get to an area that looks like this with stuff, in SnowRunner, you always want to poke around. Just like in real life. Who can resist a little poke around? Those look like oil recovering machines, which probably have a real name. If you know what those are called, please correct me in the comments. All right, we've reached, what have we reached? Something. Something to get cargo at. That's exciting. This is going to come into play later. Discover these all over the map and get cargo, but our little Scout is just an exploratory vehicle. So we're going to continue on our quest to find the watchtower. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. Perfect. See that those 4 red lights up top? We are going for that. And for those of you keeping an eye on our fuel level, you'll see that we're down to 12 liters, but we've got a bunch on the roof, so I'm not sweating that too much. And we did just find that fuel carrier, which we could actually siphon out of, should the need arise. We're just going to press on carefully. Oh, bugger. There's more water? No! No! Let's shut the engine down to save what fuel we do need and take a look at the old map here. Okay, so got a little ahead of myself. We're not going to try to cross here. That would be foolish. We are going to go back to this area and take the easy way because our Scout has already had a hard adventure today. I think we're going to work our way over to that. And yeah, ooh, we're going to wrap it up there. Let's start her up. Back it on up. Come on now. And find our way to that watchtower. Glad I looked at the map before we went plowing through the water, eh? Because, oh no, no, no! We fell off a hole. One downside about the beautiful 360-degree spinny views that's fun to look at your truck, sometimes I get too distracted. And, no, no, no! We rolled! We rolled to our doom! Oh, bugger. That's a real shame. So, let's see if we can... This is the cold, hard reality of off-roading. Sometimes you end up on your side with no way to start your engine. No! Oh, God. So while we were close to the watchtower, we weren't close enough. This stream is going to end in tragedy. We have a couple options. We could either respawn the truck all the way back at the garage. At least now we know how to get here. Or we could send another truck out to rescue it, which might end in even more trucks being stuck. But it could be more fun. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. How many vehicles do we have back at home? I think all we have is our big old Royal MB 57. And you know what? Just for the sake of sport, oh God, I can't believe we rolled over. Yeah, just for the sake of sport, let's hop in this thing, because now, whatevs. Let's hop in this thing and see if we can rescue our poor hapless Scout. I think our odds are bad because this big truck only has road tires, but it also has 6-wheel drive. So that's just how quickly things can go bad, folks. Sometimes you're on top of the world, you're chatting, you're having a good time, and you're Scout, and lo and behold, you roll over because you're having too much fun chatting to a camera beaming out to the internet. But what we can do is we're just going to haul ass as quickly as we can, and we're going to see if we can rescue our Scout. Same old route. Same old story, much bigger truck. What do you think our odds are? Are we going to make it with this thing? No, probably not. Worst case, we chalk it up to a loss and we shut it down. It's 5. We said we were going to stream to 5. We're going to stream. We're going to stream until we can rescue that GD Scout or get this guy stuck. Those are the only 2 options right now. And then I'm gonna have to leave to go do something else. Turn those headlights on. All-wheel drive mode through the snow, and I'm already regretting this because we have no traction in here. Now the tires make a big difference in SnowRunner, the video game, and in life. If you have the wrong tires, you're just not going to get too far. Road tires on a big truck like this are going to be super hard, super stiff, just for durability, which is great if you're staying on the road. If you're going through snow and mud, stiff is not so good. And more importantly, tread pattern. The tread on these is going to be much more slick. The area, they're not going to be very deep. So we're just pure momentum right now. I'm full on the throttle, trying not to steer too much, just letting momentum carry me and hoping and praying to the truck gods that this big old 3-axle machine can get us through. So far it's working okay. We're pure momentum, pure horsepower. I don't think this would be working in real life, but the game's letting us have it. The truck gods are with us. Oh, until I say something like that, and then they ain't. But we have a winch, so we're gonna winch. I'm gonna thread the needle as much as I can, try to rescue our Scout. We don't like leaving him left behind. No Scout left behind. Scout rescue, come on. Oh boy, they're this might be all she wrote, folks. As you can see, with the winch, we can make a little bit of headway, but without it, we're just spinning our wheels. We'll go to low range. With the low range gears activated, we've got a little bit more torque. That's all she wrote, folks. That's the sad, pathetic, failed adventure of trying to rescue Scout. So we left our Royal BM17 truck bogged completely up to way higher than its axles. The wheels are totally stuck in the snow. There's no hope of this truck moving. And our Scout, God bless it, is almost out of gas, laying on its side. So I hate to end it on a heartbreaker, but that's just how it goes off-road, folks. We're gonna experiment with some more stream times, and we're gonna give this another shot. We're gonna open up those watchtowers, and we're gonna have a better go. But those of you who've joined us, thanks very much. Hit me up on Twitter, @AndrewPCollins. Tell me if you had fun. You probably didn't, because this was a pathetic, miserable crash of an attempt. But you know what? If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. So that's going to be it. See you next time. We might try to do it again on Thursdays. Maybe. Bye. More trucks? There are no more trucks. That's it.